Disclaimer. We all know dandelions are healthy. Okay, get that out the way. But go with me. Let's say you're a homeowner. You got your nice yard, a nice house, and one day you get up for, the season to change, and one day you get up and you notice there are weeds in your yard. You live in a neighborhood, you got an HOA, so you know weeds and dandelions are no-no. So now you're going to go out, you're going to do everything you can to get rid of those weeds. You mow it, you fertilize it, you pre-emerge it, you water it. Hell, if you got if you got Bermuda grass, you might change it out, put sand and St. Augustine to try to kill the weeds, right? The goal is to get rid of all weeds, right? You want your yard to look uniform, beautiful, lush, plush, dark green, period, right? But then if you get up and if you see dandelions, do you say, man, are you happy that the count of dandelions and weeds are down? That you have less weeds than you had 6 months earlier? Or do you say, that's not good enough, and I want to get rid of all the weeds? Is it good enough to get rid of some or most of the weeds in your yard? Or is the goal to get rid of all of the weeds in the yard? With that being asked, wouldn't you want the same thing to happen to crime in your neighborhood? Are you proud of the crime rate being down? Because the reason why the weeds are down is because you've destroyed a lot of the plants, and which means you destroyed a lot of the seeds. So it's going to be down. But as long as you keep a few of those dandelions there in the yard, eventually the possibility of wind blowing or you go in the yard and these seeds and stuff flying around your yard and they implanting themselves throughout your yard, they say they can start coming back. So wouldn't the goal be to wipe your yard of dandelions to get that yard of the month? So again, why wouldn't you want the same thing for crime in your city? Shout out to Brandon Johnson, Mayor Johnson of Chicago, because that's a question I ask, because all I hear is him talking about is crime is down a certain percentage since last year, 4 years ago, a few years ago. But my thing is, well, the reason why crime is down is because either you've arrested them or they done knocked each other off. And so crime is going to be down. But the problem is, you still got seedlings out there. You still have seedlings out there in the neighborhood, in the community, ready to implant themselves all over and start this back up again. Just something to think about, y'all. That's why it's like people say crime has to be a big business, because think about it. If you if you work for like Bayer and you sell fertilizer and weed killer, you really don't want the weeds to disappear forever. If you're making money off of it, because then now you're not making any money. So what do you want to do? You want to get rid of some of them, but you don't want to get rid of all of them. And so you don't want to do, you don't want to do too much. You don't want to do your job too well. You don't want to do your job too well. That's why Tupperware pretty much going out of business, because the product was so good that people didn't have to buy it every year or all the time. So anyway, something to think about. Like I say, shout out to Mayor Brandon Johnson and all the other Democratic mayors who swept it down. The number one thing that they want to get rid of and worried about is crime and safety in the community. But yet, you're just happy that you're just happy that that your crime went down by a certain percentage. But Donald Trump will try to come in and knock it out completely, and the man is retired. But anyway, tell me what you think about this. Leave your comments below. Share it with the world. Thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those 4 things cost you maybe a couple minutes of the day, but it means the world to us here on this channel. And with that being said, I'll leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.